So, by great Bodhisattva Shantideva said in the bodhichitta, the guiding the Bodhisattva's life. 관계 취기 또 심계 상대 마시나 또 동안 점대장 대다함에 기내장 대대 다이게스 어다다게 사람이 기내짐 대대 다이게스 심대는 레손 레버 송아자 샘송 두시 마다와 두시 망배지샤 관계 취기 또 anyone the principle of the Dharma, the secrecy, secrecy of the mind. If one doesn't know that, even one wish to achieve happiness and eliminate the suffering. Even this is what they wish, but tata to make kinarcham. So those sentiments, wonder meaninglessly or without meaning. Means in the samsara, wander in the samsara without meaning, without purpose. So that, So anyone say doesn't know principle of the Dharma. So, so even the secrecy of the mind, the principle of Dharma, what is that? Secrecy of the mind. So Machina, one doesn't know. So secrecy of the mind. My teacher, Geshe Sobarmiche, when he gave a teaching in Day Park, when he was giving course to us students. So he was teaching, he was given teaching on emptiness, different texts. Great commentary of the root of wisdom, and yes, Tang Lekshin Yingbo, the essence of good explanation, the interpretive indefinite meaning. So Geshe related to the meaning of secrecy, related with the emptiness. But in the commentary by Jalsadje, in his teaching, he said this is not secret is not related to the emptiness. Because the main subject is teaching on emptiness, so I think maybe related to the meaning of secrecy, emptiness. So there in the Ramatonga was a disciple, Gyaltsar Rinpoche, he explained, so not emptiness. So the Guru Shityamuni Buddha, the kind, compassionate Buddha, the omniscient one, not ignorant one, omniscient one. Compassion that embraces to every single helplings, every single hungry ghost, every single animals. Not even one ant left out, not even one mosquito left out. So even tiniest flies not left out. So that embraces to every single animal, embraces to every single human beings. Not only this world, the numberless universe, scientifically mentioned and Buddha mentioned, numberless human beings, not left out for even one person. So Sura beings, Asura beings, intermediate, so embraces to every single sentient being, including you, oneself. So, so the majority of the teaching, I can't say only 84,000 teachings. The only one he taught, not I can't say the head of the Satya sect is also too many initiations. That's Rinpoche, so head of the Satya sect, it's on Satya Tenzin, said what Buddha has taught, not just only 84,000 teachings. That's the majority, but not every single what Buddha taught is only 84,000 teachings, not like that. So so that includes into because the sentient beings in different level of mind, different level of intelligence, different level of karma. So therefore, it comes into three levels of teachings: less level teaching, and then great level teaching of sutra, great level teaching of tantra. So not Hindu tantra, what taught by Buddha, Buddhist tantra. So then those three are included, contained in the lamrim, the gradual path to enlightenment. Those three teachings are contained, taught by Buddha, contained into lamrim, the gradual path to enlightenment. So the gradual path to lower capable in general, gradual path to middle capable being in general, and then the gradual path to the higher capable being. So lamrim contains the three, divided into three categories. So so the Kachara goal to achieve a higher rebirth, Devahimi rebirth, the good rebirth. And to be free from lower realm. The suffering with the the hell, hunger goes animal. So to be free from that. So the method, path, method for that, relying on with Dharma Sangha, refuge, and then protecting karma. So cause of the suffering, cause of the lower realm. So non-virtue you abandon. Then virtuous action, virtuous karma, causing happiness, higher birth. So like abandon 10 non-virtue, the causing the lower realm, and of course, also suffering this life, and then so abandon that and practice 10 virtue, which brings happiness in the future. So that, of course, that brings all the happiness in this life as well. So if you're not motivated for that, for this life, but of course it does bring happiness in this life. So see that. For example, so the the taking the Upasaka vow, the five, you see, 5 precepts. Renounce or they free yourself, make yourself free from the committing kasuri. The 5 non-purchased action, the killing, stealing, such conduct, telling lie, and taking alcohol. So this which interfere to practice Dharma, virtue, makes the mind wild, come to unconscious, unconscious or whatever, wild, instead of subduing mind, and then making the mind wild. The dangers your life into others. So they yeah. Oh, then example like that. So even one can't. You see, practice five, which actually they was vow, and then from those 5, you see 4 or 3, 2 or 1. So whatever one can of that. So anyway, that's so protecting karma. Mind is aligned with the Dharma, Sangha, is taking refuge, and then protecting karma. There are methods for that. So, that's the gradual part of the Lord capable being. Then on that basis, and then gradual part of the middle capable being, the aim is to achieve liberation from samsara. Then to be free from samsara. So the method, and then the practicing 3 higher trainings. Higher training of the morality. Higher means refuge. With the refuge. Without refuge, not higher. Higher training of the morality. Then on the basis of that, higher training of the meditation. Concentration, higher training of the concentration. Then on the basis of that, higher training of the wisdom. So that's the path. See. To achieve that, to achieve liberation from Dharma. And nirvana. So the gradual part of the middle capable being. Then on the basis of that, then the goal is the goal is to achieve great nirvana, the total cessation of obscuration, gross and subtle, then completion of all the realization, Sangha. So the goal is that for the sentient being, then to be to be free from raw nirvana. To be free from raw nirvana. Self-chasing thought. And then then motivates bodhichitta. So the Kasuri, let go I, from where, as I mentioned, from where all the suffering arises. So the Kasuri, all the obstacles to practice Dharma. So you see, so let go I, then cherish others. So the numberless sentiments, as I explained about Buddha for the mind, compassion. So they like that cherish others. So the numberless sentiments, numberless helpings, hungry animal, numberless human being, numberless spirit being, asura being, understanding. So cherishing every single sentence. From where all the happiness comes. You get all the happiness up to enlightenment. So from others. So cherish that. Sorry. So with that motivation, then engaging in the Bodhisattva's conduct, 6 parameters. Through that, then through that, then you achieve full enlightenment, Buddhahood, for sentient beings. So that you see, so it comes down to the lamrim, and then the Buddha teaching more 3 levels, then it comes down to lamrim. So lamrim, 3 levels like this. As a sentient beings have, sorry, yeah. So sorry, 3 levels like that. So see, how to go to enlightenment. So so how to develop the mind towards enlightenment for sentient beings? How to develop the mind towards bodhichitta. So, without preliminary the renunciation of samsara, without realization, without the realization, that realization, so you only think about it. You don't like samsara. You don't like suffering. Don't like renunciation. So because because samsara pleasure, what you like, you don't want to let go. Samsara pleasure, what you like, that you cling so much. You don't give it up. You don't want to give it up. So you don't like, bodhichitta, you see, that you can't develop to, your mind doesn't develop to bodhichitta. You see, as I told you yesterday, without knowing, without meditating your own suffering, and you see, then no way, without learning your own suffering, no way to recognize or to realize or to feel unbearable suffering from others. No way. So no way to generate compassion. No way to generate compassion. And no way to develop bodhichitta. Compassion has a preliminary before bodhichitta. So, you see now, and because John led meditation all the way up, so now you can understand why it's so important to meditate on suffering. Your suffering, other suffering. So you see. So I heard many stories from Spain and the Sanghas who went to teach Dharma. So in Spain, people say, well, I don't want to hear suffering. I heard the students say, because they don't know lamrim. They haven't really studied well, so they don't know the purpose, reasons. Or even in America, we have a small center called Pumpkinpah Center in Washington. I don't know the name, Pacific area, but so I heard, they say don't worry to hear suffering. They told the nun who give teaching, they said they don't hear suffering. So like that. So it's a desire realm. Some samsara beings, interior realm, desire realm, samsara being, form realm, formless realm. So it's just a desire realm, samsara. They experience suffering, pain, suffering, change, and perverse become bound. So you don't know. So you don't know all these things. You see, even the outline, the whole entire suffering, they have no idea. So, even suffering pain, maybe even that you don't get the whole idea. So, like that, so you say, then you see, then you don't know whole entire suffering of your own samsara. No, you don't know, so very limited. What you know, suffering is very limited. And then, of course, you can't see that. You can't. Then you don't. Your understanding others' suffering. You see how much other suffering is very limited. So then the compassion, you see, the renunciation through your own suffering. it's not there. So compassion to others doesn't happen. So it's hardly. I think compassion you have is very partial. Only somebody whom you like. Only the cat you like. Only compassion for them. No compassion for the rats, for the spiders, for the snakes. Is it like that? Other animal you don't like, then you have no compassion. Something like that. Only people you like, then you have compassion for them. But others you don't care, you don't like, no compassion. So anyway, but there can be also attachment. Only the animal that you like, or the only people you like. Because let's say, friends or So there's no way to develop bodhichitta. No, impossible. Blocked. No way to achieve enlightenment. Oh, hopeless. No way. All like that, you see. So then, you don't know from realm the suffering of change and pervasive compound suffering. And formless realm, only the pervasive, don't have two other sufferings, but pervasive compound suffering. They're not free from that. So when the karma trip there finish, then you see the past karma is ripened. Then they get reborn law realms, desire realm, all like that. You see. So we have been through that, through meditation, through samatha meditation, firm contemplation. You see, the achieving four levels of firm contemplation we achieve through samatha. We were born numberless times in the form realm through meditation. Formless realm, we were born numberless times. But because it did not achieve renunciation to the whole entire samsara. Even Hindu, you see, you achieve renunciation to the desire realm. Even a Hindu, form realm and formless realm, the limitless sky, limitless consciousness, nothingness, and the tip of the samsara. So they generate renunciation to limitless consciousness, limitless space, and then consciousness, and then nothingness. So tip of the samsara is. So in Hindu, they can't generate renunciation to that, because the way they generate renunciation is only by comparing next level is better, more peace than what you've achieved, level what you've achieved now. So only the six analysis, through that you achieve by comparing. So there's no higher realm of samsara after the tip of the samsara. There's no higher realm of samsara. So there's nothing to compare. So even though you have a renunciation to the desire realm, formless realm, and then realize suffering, but tip of the samsara is only left out. There's no higher to compare. So you never got renunciation through that. So get the start. So even in Hindu, so like that. So then I heard that so when you are, so the delusion, there are sets of delusions, gross, middle, and the small. So that time delusion is so small, so subtle. So then you believe you achieve nirvana. Then you believe you achieve nirvana. You see, then you haven't achieved, but you so subtle. So you think you achieve nirvana. So. So when the karma finishes, how much time to be there, to the samsara, then you see the next rebirth, Lord realm or desire realm, I mean the human realm, whatever. Then, I thought, I'm achieving Nibbana, but not. You see, then they get a heresy. It's not true. There's no Nirvana. You see, then you get a heresy, then the heresy makes you to be reborn in hell. Heresy makes you to be reborn in hell. All like that. So we went through those through meditation. Went born a formula numberless times. So you see, the 3 realms, the 6 realms went through from beginningless rebirth, went through and suffered. So like that. So the Kasure. So karma abiding, that's a common one. The Buddhist has, also the Hindu has. So only that is, we achieve that numberless times. That's not thing. So you have to achieve that. You have to achieve renunciation to the realizing how to the samsara nature of suffering, you see. So you have to recognize, realize suffering nature from the tip of the samsara down to the hell realm, lost number 8, unimaginable hell realm, the number 8, totally nature of suffering, like being in the center of the fire, very center of the fire, like that, nature of suffering, or like being in prison. You don't want to be in prison even a second, but you are in prison, so like that, or negative body. Negative body is wrapped with a thorn bush, sitting on thorn bush, or like that. So you see, you have to realize, up to the tip of the samsara, so nature of suffering, most unbearable, so yours, yours, then all sentient beings and how they're suffering samsara. Then you feel most unbearable. How others suffering samsara. The numberless sentient beings. Because they're helping hungry birds, animals, human beings, so you feel unbearable. Like being in the center of fire, So you felt so unbearable. Or then compassion. So more you see your suffering than others' suffering, more you see all the different sufferings. Or then more you feel, so much more you feel unbearable, the other suffering, Oh, there's so much, so strong compassion you generate for others. Then through that strong bodhichitta. In this world, in this southern continent, because here is a pleasure, but also so much suffering, you see. So leg is sapa, so due to karma. So you see, here very easy in this continent, very easy to see the you can see the suffering, samsara, you see, so unbearable. So you can generate strong renunciation. The principal aspect path to enlightenment, renunciation, bodhichitta, so strong renunciation you can generate, you see, in this continent, southern continent where we are. So because of that, then you are able to generate strong compassion to others. So because of that, then you are able to generate strong bodhichitta to others. Or that makes you achieve enlightenment quickly. Or because of strong bodhichitta, or strong compassion, the strong renunciation to your suffering, samsara, then strong compassion to other suffering, then strong bodhichitta, all that makes you quickly achieve enlightenment. All like that. So therefore we're born in the southern continent this time. So we're unbelievably fortunate. So fortunate we are. Like not the southern not continental or like that. So everybody live 1,000 years. Every single everybody, all are like Deva realm, so wealthy. I mean, there's no poor. Everything's so there's no renunciation, no compassion. There's no kind of opportunities for them. So not is the other continents are difficult. So here, so easy. So easy to develop the mind to enlightenment. And also, of course, as I mentioned, I might have mentioned before, because tantra teaching, there's no tantra teaching in Amitabha Pure Land. In Amitabha Pure Land. So bodhisattvas there, even you generate, not tantric path, but sutra path, even you develop in that, in the Pure Land. But bodhisattvas, they pray to be born the southern continent where we are, because in southern continent there's tantra teaching existing. So the bodhisattvas, they pray to be here to practice tantra and achieve enlightenment here. So we are. So by that reason, we are unbelievably fortunate. So fortunate. We're born in southern continent where there's tantra teaching, where you can achieve even a raw tantra, kriya tantra, chat tantra, amana tantra, kriya tantra, chat tantra, anutaya tantra. So you can achieve enlightenment. You can achieve enlightenment in one life. In one life. Whereas Mahayana Sutra only practicing that. Then for 3 countless great eons, you have to practice 6 parameters. It takes 3 countless to complete the collecting the merit of wisdom, merit of virtue. Takes 3 countless great eons. Like that, you see. Then, even though you can achieve enlightenment by practicing Mahayana Sutra, like this. So, because here you can practice even the even by practicing the Kriya Tantra, Chai Tantra, Another Tantra, it's enlightenment in one lifetime, so quickly, in one lifetime. Then highest Tantra, fourth one, then even quicker. So reason, so strong compassion, unbelievable compassion. So strong renunciation to your own suffering, to your own suffering, samsara. There's so strong compassion. Can't stand, the Katsuri, even second, the sentiment, suffering, samsara. For you can, so unbelievable compassion, can't stand. So then you see that motivation, then practice the highest tantra, or then that makes it to achieve enlightenment, unified state of bodhichitta. Then in the brief lifetime of degenerate time. So within some number of years, in the brief a lifetime of the degenerate time, they able to achieve enlightenment. Like that. So by the reason, we are so fortunate, unbelievable fortunate. You have to recognize how you are so fortunate. You have to recognize. So important. So there's no time depression. There's no time for depression. Committed suicide or depression, and there's no time, no space. So that's, this thinking, by this thinking, this one, just there's so many. You see, the eight freedom, 10 richness, Tawaji, George, eight freedom, 10 richness, each one, You know what Katsure put in to practice Dharma, often practice Dharma, the eight freedom transition, each one, it's like a sky filled with the wish granted jewel. Each one you have each richness, each eight freedom transition. So each with each one, so like that. Unbelievable. There's so much to be happy, to enjoy, to feel happiness. So I'm saying, as I normally mention, when I watch the TV, at the beginning said people who play soccer, beginnings didn't recognize, didn't realize. So when they win, I think when they put the ball at the gate, through the gate, then the person will run like this so fast and run like this, and all the nerves outside, all the nerves, no smile, like this. So I thought maybe they did something wrong. I said, no smile, So I thought they did something wrong. Something went wrong. Then later on I realized it didn't mean that. It means they win. So I think completely freaked out. They can like this and run, So you see here day and night, every hour, whole life we can do like this. We can run, Even nighttime dream, you can do like this, You can run, all the nerves out. So no time for depression. No time, no space for depression. So I solved that. Yeah, so secrets of the mind. Not knowing that, then even you desire happiness and do not eliminate the suffering. Even that's what you want. But you see, because you don't know the secrets of the mind. So, so without purpose, without meaning, you wander in samsara. So, wander in samsara from beginningless, not only now, from beginningless rebirth, I've been wandering in samsara. And then if you don't know the secrets of the mind, this life, if you don't practice Dharma, then you wander in samsara forever. You understand? Oh, you have to understand that. So if you don't know the secrets of mind, so for example, so I have to plan religion lamrim. You see, the pure mind, unstained by the worldly concern of this life. So action is done with that Dharma. So it brings happiness, future life. Then, even mind even more pure than that. You see, unstained by the attachment to samsara. You see, future life, the samsara pleasure, unstained by that attachment. So mind more pure. Oh, then action is done with that causes nirvana. The ultimate happiness. Now, actions are done with bodhichitta, all that. You see, Gambova, Milarepa's disciple, Gambova said, "Jiten truva de la pateve, cheba tamje teme dungonju." So I'm talking this, connecting my previous talk. Cheba tamje teme dungonju, jila tamje pember mundube. Rang semla tawa tadu kombarjis. Gambova said, "Jiten truva de la pateves, by looking at hallucinated the world. Jiten truva de la pateves, and Sevatam, whatever is done, meaningless, cause for suffering. Whatever is done, meaningless, cause for suffering. Sevatam, whatever you whatever you think, there is no benefit. Always get trained to look at your mind. What's the advice? So now I have to expand. Now I have to. This very important advice. Very important advice. You must write down what Gambova said. It's experience to our life. How he sees our life. So but that takes a little time. By looking at, examining, by watching. See, then the world, the hallucinated world. See, then truva de la pateve. Please let me explain. Lama Tsongkhapa said, listen this. Lama Tsongkhapa said, Timuki, Rötabe Rang Shin La.